it's Karen here from Third Arm Admin, and I'd just like to show you in Xero how you can create, approve and apply customer credit notes. Sometimes you need to issue a credit note to make a correction to an invoice that you've sent to a customer. This leaves an audit trail for you and your customer. You can only credit an awaiting payment invoice if it's in the same currency as the credit note. Most Xero user roles will let you create credit notes, but there are some view-only ones that won't. Any changes that are made to a credit note will be recorded in the history and notes section in Xero once the credit note is saved. Credit notes have their own numbering sequence. And if you haven't sent the invoice to a customer and you need to correct an error, you could actually edit it instead. So let's have a look at how this works. Let's look at an awaiting payment invoice. We will take Bayside Club. So we want to create a credit to remove the freight. Perhaps that was charged in error. Click on here and you add the credit note. The next number in the sequence will automatically come up, as will the reference. So in order to create our credit note, it was simply to get rid of the freight, so I don't need to adjust the first line, just that. Now I can click approve. The credit note's automatically been allocated to this invoice, showing just the remaining amount outstanding. You can also add a completely new credit note that may not relate to a particular invoice. We go into Sales Overview. We can click New Credit Note. Need to put in a reference, which could be monthly rebate. You are forced to put in a description. You can just put a dot. You don't want to put anything else. Quantity. It may be a $50 a month rebate, and it goes against sales. We can approve this credit note. And it'll sit in our system. It didn't give us the option to apply it to an invoice because there isn't an invoice in the system for this customer. If we were to create one for a customer who is in the system, created one for City Limousines who do have outstanding invoices in the system. And it automatically goes to a screen where you can allocate the credit to a particular invoice. So we may want to allocate that credit to invoice number 17. The screen's a little slow in catching up with me, but once you've got your dollar amount in the amount to credit and the remaining balance is zero, you can just simply allocate the credit. One other way to create the credits is that you can copy a previous one. So we see our one in here for Music Maker for the monthly rebate. Simply click on it under Credit Note Options, select Copy, You can leave the same description or you can change it and you approve. Hopefully these tips have been useful for you. Thank you for listening. This is Karen from Third Arm Admin.